What's up, interweb? If anybody remembers or even watched, I guess for that matter, my graveyard video, you may remember Kristen, who actually took me out to the property. And so Kristen texted me the other day and was like, hey, this stables, the horse stables that she works at, apparently got bought out a long time ago, but the owner is finally actually going to tear down this barn, which has been around for as long as I can remember. I think she seemed to think that it was built pre-Civil War, and I know because I lived in that area, I know that you know, they used to do, back when I was a kid, they used to do like barrel races, and they would, you know, teach people how to ride horses, and then they would also, you know, board them. So this place has been around for a long time, and the barn really meant quite a bit to Kristen, because, you know, I guess she's been working there for quite some time. And so they're, you know, they're tearing this place down, and she didn't really have a good camera to use, so she, you know, she hit me up and she was like, hey, you know, can you come out here and film? And I told her before, you know, that I had a drone, so she asked if I could bring the drone. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go head out to Claremont, Indiana, to the Nido de Aguila stables, I guess. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but it basically translates to Eagle's Nest, and I think it was named that because it was near Eagle Creek. But originally, I always knew this place as Jo Cay Stables. It's J-O space C-A-Y, which I think was a combination of the husband and wife who started the place. But I remember going there as a little kid and watching, you know, do the barrel races, and, you know, just to see the horses. And I remember at one point, I think they had like a little arcade game inside there. So I mean, you know, we just wandered into this place, you know. It wasn't like, and the owners, you know, were I don't really remember necessarily a specific event, but I do remember me and my cousin going in there one time, and you know, not feeling it like, you know, we were not welcome. And I, you know, again, I can't really say that I specifically remember the owners, but as memory serves, I'm pretty sure that they were super nice folks. And Kristen even said that, yeah, they would, you know, they would let, you know, people come in, and you know, it's just really not something you know, you don't typically just wander into some place. And but, you know, that's just the kind of kids that we were. We did that kind of stuff. We just made ourselves at home. But yeah, if this sounds interesting, because this is going to be basically, I'm pretty sure she said that they're going to tear this place down in a week or so. So, hey brother, this is going to be the last time anybody is ever going to see Jo Cay Stables, or Nido de Aguila, I guess. Okay, here we are back in Claremont, Indiana. Funny story about this liquor store right here. When I was like 14 years old, I was running around with this kid who was a couple years older than me. I don't know, he was like probably 16 or 17, something like that. But anyhow, I was supposed to be spending the night at his house, and so he said he could cop alcohol. So for those of you who don't know what cop alcohol means, it means you're underage buy alcohol. But anyhow, so yeah, he said he could get us some booze. And so we literally had to walk a good ways, because our houses were nowhere near this town, really. So we had to walk all the way up here to that Claremont liquor store right there. And he told me to wait around the corner at the side of the building. So, you know, I did. I was standing there. And so he goes in, and sure enough, I mean, they sold it to him. He came out with like a, I don't know, a 6 or a 12 pack or something like that of beer, and a bottle of, I remember, peppermint schnapps. I think it's the first time I ever had peppermint schnapps. It sucked. But I drank it anyway. Anyhow, so he walks out with this booze, and right as he's walking out of the damn liquor store with booze in hand, his freaking mother happens to drive by, look over, see him, and she starts putting on the brakes, and he's like, run. So we both take off running, and we went out into the freaking woods somewhere or whatever and got drunk. And then I was like, hey man, is your mom gonna call my parents and tell them? And he's like, no, she won't say anything. Lying sack of shit. Sure, if she did, that's the first thing she did. She got home and called my parents. Yeah. So he got in no trouble for it, and I got grounded. Okay, here we are. We're here. Formerly Jo Cay Stables. Because I remember coming up here as a kid, and we always came in this little front door right here. So I don't know, maybe Kristen will show me what's in there. I think I went in there before. All right, we'll see what we can see. Hey. Hey. How's it going?
Oh, it's the saddest week of my life.
So what, did somebody just buy it up recently?
No, it's been bought since July last year, and she had until mid-October to leave last year. She left mid-October, and they've been thinking about what they were going to do with the barn, and they're going to tear the barn down, they're going to gravel over it, they're going to put 2 bathhouses for camping, and like that's it. They're not going to do any developing, so that's cool, but...
Ah, wow.
So sad.
So this whole barn is all getting torn down. They're going to keep this?
Yeah.
They're keeping all the houses?
No, they're busting that. Ooh, sorry. They're busting that one down. There's one attached to this one way down there. They're busting that down. They might keep that one, but when you go in there, it smells like black mold, so I bet you they're not going to keep that one.
Yeah, probably.
If I'm honest.
Well, let me break out the gear.
Thank you a lot.
So what's the history on this place? Do you know like when it was originally built, or?
It was built, I don't remember when it was originally built. It was pre-Civil War. And then...
I'm assuming this was the first barn.
Yeah, it was this big barn. There's a new addition on it. The aisle for the new addition is what used to be the California lot. And then that's the new one. But this one was in a family for a really long time and then was bought by the Smiths. And they kind of made it a little bit bigger.
Which one?
The house right there was the Tansel schoolhouse, and the Smiths had it. Yeah, the Smiths had it moved.
No
out
kidding.
Here. Yeah, you can go in there and play if you want to. It's neat in there. It's like if somebody had a mobile home and then they added on and added on and added on. That's that house. You can tell where all the separations are everywhere there.
For some reason I feel like I've been in that house before.
You might have. Like there have been a ton of people that have lived there throughout the years.
And so, like, the stables have the horses' names still written on them?
Some of them do, older ones. I just found one, a horse named Cajun lived in one of these stalls.
Can't read what that says.
There's so much bird poop there, if I flew in here.
Is does the dead cat arm still hanging out of the stable?
Oh yeah. Still there, it's just the arm now, which is even funnier, it's just the arm.
What are all those round things?
Those are saddle stands. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
put
I guess
saddles on
that
there. It
makes
used to
sense.
be piled high. This wall didn't used to be here. It used to be straight back and all the saddles were there. They were everywhere. There were saddles everywhere.
Yeah, that sounds such a city boy. What's that?
That's okay, there's tons of them. Like, why would you know that?
I don't know, common sense because it's round and I'm in a horse stable.
You don't know what the hell all this weird stuff could be used for. That old door.
Oh yeah, I think
And
you showed me that
these
before.
doors, and this is the tack door that I'm going to give to that lady.
Right.
It's so old. Neat.
Huh. All right.
We have 3 horses lined up, ready to go. Everybody has their saddles out. Everybody's ready. We'd like hose our horses off and put them here and have them dry.
What's this thing for?
That's also a saddle stand.
Oh.
So we take the saddles out of the tack room and set them out here for them, but we get in trouble if we left them, you know.
Yeah.
My stallion T used to be in that stable forever. Ever.
Well, there you go. There's the last look at T's stable.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Where's the cat one?
There's your cat arm.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm like. Cat arm is
Yeah, the cat arm.
secret. Ooh. So weird.
That's where they did all the shows.
Yeah, in the arena. Everything. That's a wash rack.
I bet somebody would want those tires.
Yeah, probably. I'm supposed to take it. My first horse that I owned, Comet, had this stall right here. So cool. Like, that was his stall. And then donkeys lived in there. Comet. He was a really cool horse. He broke my collarbone.
How many times have you fallen off a horse?
A billion, jillion,
Oh wow.
all the time. I don't like to ride with a saddle because I'm afraid of stirrups. Nothing ever happened to me, but I'm afraid to get my foot caught in a stirrup.
I think I've ridden a horse maybe once in my life when I was a kid.
I love it. This is only 1970s wood.
Only 1970s.
Well, I mean, versus, you know,
It's like it was yesterday.
versus like 19 whatever.
Oh, you got a snapper in a golf cart.
Yeah, that golf cart's coming out. Isn't it cool?
Hell yeah.
That's a Harley Davidson golf cart. I gotta drag that out with my truck. He said take this and sell it. I said, okay. The owner said, take this out and sell it. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I would definitely dig on that. Yeah, this does seem a lot bigger once you're in here.
We used to have to power wash those every single year before drags. There were trophies all along the top. There were trophies all back there. There were trophies everywhere. Somebody's been pooping in here. Someone built some.
Yeah, there again, I would guess somebody's gonna want that gas tank.
Yeah, there's a dude that's coming out to get it, and I was like, it's full of oil. He said it's full of oil. I said it is full of oil.
Oh, wow.
Full.
So, did a lot of the people actually just live on property who worked here? Or?
Yeah, tons of people. Like, mostly everybody worked here and lived at one of the locations here. There was one guy that worked here for 15 years and lived at like 2 of the 3 houses.
A little bit of a roof problem there.
Oh yeah, it's so scary. That's why they decided to get rid of the tenants. Because they came in here and they're like, wow. Here's the loft windows.
Oh.
They're super steep steps though.
Yeah, I'll just catch it from here. Unless you want something specific up there in the video. So, yeah, okay, so this is the front door goes outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I seem to remember coming in and going straight down this hallway and that there was an arcade game like right there or somewhere thereabouts. I don't know if that wall is original, if it's always been there or...
This used to be like, this whole spot was the rec room, and then that became the rec room because she lived here while they were building the house.
Huh.
The house, and then that became the rec room, and she ended up renting this out.
All right, so this is the schoolhouse. You think the whole thing is all original?
This is the Tampa schoolhouse. Yeah, you can see where the extras have been added on. It's pretty much like the box in front.
So what's the door up top for?
I don't know, maybe like sunlight?
Huh. Like there's a room up there or just for light in the...
It's just tall up there. We don't really know. This is the old, this window's so bad.
Oh, yeah.
It is OG. It's covering the wellhead. That's the wellhead, that little house.
Right. Yeah, you can't even see that through the trees.
Yeah, it's huge. And when it's really stormy, it goes... I'm like, I have to have that outside my window. Have to.
So you think this is built when?
Around the same time as the barn. Like it was... I don't know how old the chancels are out here, but we have the chancels buried out in the graveyard too.
Yeah.
So I guess it would be whatever their graves are.
So,
18, 30 something.
you would never know you're next to a drag strip.
There used to be a deck here, but when they moved out, they took it.
Yeah, I remember that.
They took the whole deck out, and we're like, okay.
So, like, how many people were we talking about that were here at one time?
Oh man, there was like a group of 5 was the biggest one I knew of.
And these like just drifters or?
No, just like people who are looking for a place to live cheap.
Oh yeah.
I think it's kind of cool how she opened all the walls up to expose the wires so she could see them. She opened them all.
I didn't notice that. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's your wires. There's no question you're gonna accidentally nail into one of those.
Right? Like why? You just wonder how many people grew up with this.
Well, there you have it. That's the last time anybody's ever going to see Nido de Aguila. It sounds kind of fun to say. Nido de Aguila. I guess I'm saying it right. I don't know. Jo Cay Stables. So, yeah. And, you know, I think they probably could have claimed it as a historic site, but I think that the property owner really didn't want to mess with anything like that. Plus, I think that barn was a big fire hazard because she was showing me wires were all over the place. And but the little house, I guess it used to be the old schoolhouse, was pretty interesting. So I guess they're going to tear that down too, though. But oh well, you know, that's how life goes. But and then I think Kristen said she was moving to Florida to actually work on racehorses, rehabilitation, I think, for racehorses, I think is what she said. So, you know, best wishes to you, and you know, thanks for showing me around the place. Well, on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, then by all means, then hit the dislike button. I don't care. Think I'm making any money off of this channel?